Welcome back to the Comic Book ASM Artist. Today we're going to be looking at the new Todd McFarlane Spawn Kickstarter figure, and we're going to be comparing it with the traditional original figure, as well as looking at the comics too that they come with. I've noticed a lot of people have done the videos and not compared the books as well, so we'll look at that. So this is the outer sleeve here. So I'm going to do a little tracing there of the nice Spawn logo. This is done with a foil stamp, I suppose. And the box has a nice matte finish. And then we see a bunch of non-shiny Spawn's UV spot glossed on there. And then it shows the original year and the new year. Then we have this little checklist packed in to kind of show you everything and the comparisons between the old and the new toy. And a nice little open letter here. It says, "As an artist and creator, I've worked to evolve my creations to the highest artistic level achievable. For this first Spawn Kickstarter figure, I wanted to go back to the original Spawn action figure I debuted in 1994. It's an upgraded tribute figure celebrating the beginning of McFarlane Toys in 1994. That has been remastered and modernized using skill sets, details, and technology I have learned over the past 26 years. And because of the outpour of support from more than 23,000 backers, the Spawn Kickstarter figure earned over $3.4 million and set 2 Kickstarter records. Thank you for participating in this record-breaking project. Stay tuned for our next one, Todd." So yeah, nice little letter there. Now let's get to the figure here. And just so you guys know too, we double boxed this as well with the edges were reinforced with hard plastic bumpers, and this was put in a like triple layered box within another thick box as well. And so, yeah, we see on the packaging here some more UV spot glossing with the Spawn logo and an easy pull tab. And there's a few more Spawn logos, I believe. Yeah, there's one on the top lid there. And one on the bottom. So when you open the lid is actually when I believe the letter was inserted on top, if I remember. And then we have our protecting foam there. We pull this off. And here is our figure. We see these were like stretch goal bonuses right here that I'll show off in greater detail. This is kind of made once again to mimic the old packaging. So I'm gonna pull off all this foam and be right back with you. So this is the figure out of the foam. And what's nice is this whole box is resealable, so you can pull them out of here and pose them and then put them back in the case. So you don't need to use scissors and cut it open. And then this is the toy, free of the cumbersome plastic packaging. I will say one thing that bummed me out though is he was still tied to this piece of plastic here. So you can't technically take him all the way out and pose him without actually still doing something that makes this where you can tell it's been opened and played with and posed. So I was hoping, oh, you can pose him and not have to worry about still having it be considered a mint in box, but yeah, you do have to cut a couple little tethers that are holding him in there. So I'm going to pull him off of this, and we're just going to take in and enjoy the look of the toy here for a moment. So yeah, you can see lots of great little textures here. See all the little stuff along there, and all the paint apps and everything, and the back you can see the paint effects on there and the creases and everything. This is closes in and doesn't close completely, and I don't think it's kind of one thing I was a bit bummed by. See, you can't close it all the way in, which in a minute I'll show the old one. I love how he's got the hands kind of in his kind of, you know, it's just kind of very dramatic, stylized posing of the hands there. So I can appreciate that. And they've got real metal for the chains here. Give you some chain sounds since this is an ASMR video, so. But yeah, I was really impressed with the detail here. Posability, it's still not super great. It certainly has a lot of good things going for it with the detail of the sculpt and the paint apps and everything. But this right here keeps you from posing the arms all the way up. He doesn't have an ab crunch really. Leg movement's still kind of limited. You can bend them this way and stuff. It's harder to bend here at the waist parts. The little toes bend pretty well. And I liked how they put like the actual like toe indent detail on the figure. Thought that was pretty unique. So certainly for posability, I would say try to get the Mortal Kombat Spawn that came out, but this one is very cool as far as just kind of showing what he's capable of with the molds and just all of the work and sculpting they put into this one. This one is certainly a piece of art at the end of the day. It's just great. So I'm going to show off the little one. You can just kind of see where he was coming from. So this is the original very first Spawn. So you can see this toy, the play feature was the cape folding in, and see the cape at least it folded all the way, and I wish you could do that on this one. So even though this cape is like definitely not as good as this one as far as detail, I like that you could actually close it all the way. However, since it's this light plastic, it just kind of pops open on its own. And it's brittle as well, so this one is on a hinge. This one is just kind of some sort of indentation, and if you do this enough, this will actually break the cape. So something to be mindful of there. The chains here, obviously these are like a rubber, and they come off quite a bit. And then even this here too comes off quite a bit. I forgot where his little piece of wood with the nail went. But yeah, this isn't a bad toy for when it came out in 1994. It was definitely pretty cool, and you know, kind of kept a similar look of the Marvel superheroes line at the time by Toy Biz that was really big. Todd did innovate certainly with a lot of figures, but this was his first line, and he was really still trying to maintain, you know, the standard of just the normal superhero toys, I feel. And then he certainly branched out further than that and did a lot with like scanning in computer like images of people's faces and making actual like super accurate molds. But yeah, you can certainly tell this was the start, you know, but he's come a long way. So yeah, you can just kind of bend his cape back a little bit, maybe this way. There we go. Yeah, and even the cape you can bend it backwards too, so Here's just kind of to give you a little bit of a side-by-side on them. And of course this one is much shorter too. I did have an older Spawn that I found at a thrift store quite a few years ago. But even the figure is still better than this one, even though this is certainly an updated sculpt and kind of like a statue hybrid. You could move like a couple things here, and I think he was holding a gun before, but he's got a real metal chain on there too, and you could move, I think, just this part of the arm, and then this arm, and everything else is stationary. But this was a cool one I've had for a while, but I would certainly say that this figure is even better than this one, and this one was pretty impressive when I just found it in the wild, kind of just used it on a thrift store shelf. So now I want to look at kind of the bonuses here. I'm sure you saw them. So yeah, you can switch out the hands here. And yeah, they're just kind of standard hands. And then there's like I don't know what type of gun this is. I'm not really a gun person, but pretty cool looking gun there. And then you can swap the head out on the Spawn figure as well. This is, you know, just kind of what he looks like under the hood, you know. But even this, like, I feel like the molding here is slightly off. So when I tried to swap him, I didn't feel really comfortable doing it. It was kind of hard to get them on and off, so I'm not really going to swap them much, even though this is certainly a very cool detail here. I don't feel that it's something I'm going to be utilizing a whole lot with the figure. And then we have like some green energy here. This clips to his hand, kind of do like a blast. And then there's a little energy dagger. And then my favorite accessory here is this nice, cool sword with all the texture, detail, and all this sort of stuff on it. Which I really just kind of enjoyed how it came out, and all the little dirtying effect a little bit there to see the textures and stuff. And then the little base, you can stand him on. It, of course, will boast the record-setting figure with the year on there and stuff too. So now I want to show off the comic that it comes with. So this is kind of unique too. This is on a hard cardboard backing, and you just slide the comic right out. And I know there were people roasting Todd, saying, "Oh, this cover didn't look that great." And well, it was literally a remaster of this cover here. So can he do something, you know, visually more striking? Absolutely. But he was trying to mirror this simplistic cover here done all those years ago. So we see the foiling there, and then there's another cover too that he did. I got the classic Spawn. There's also a modern Spawn. It comes with the human head sculpt and another head as well too. So the one with the laces on the head. So like the stitching. So yeah, this remaster cover here is a comparison of this one here. And then if you flip it over on the back, we see the toy ad here for Todd Toys at the time, as it was called. And this is the original grouping here. So sadly my copy of the book is not pristine. I got my figure, it came in a damaged box at a con that I went to. So if you look on the back here, you can see it's pretty close on the back as far as what's being done. And then I'm pretty sure Todd said the next Kickstarter one he's going to make is the medieval Spawn here. But I wish he would do the clown or the violator, just because those, you know, That villain is my favorite Spawn villain, and I've never owned any of their figures either, so I would love to have. There's figures of those guys. So this is where the difference comes. And if you open this up, I said, great, remastered cover. I can't wait to see what the remastered inside looks like. So if you know this, the story inside the Spawn comic, I believe was completely original for this action figure. And so the story is not even, Todd didn't have anything to do with the inside. The story's written by someone else, drawn by someone else. So I was like, oh, maybe they'll do like a coloring remastered, or fingers crossed, maybe Todd will actually do something himself with the art here. Maybe he'll redraw these images here. That's what I was hoping would happen. So really, really cool anyway, even though this isn't Todd's work. It's just something kind of unique and different. And then it's got the preview for the next comic in here as well. The stuff with the Violator. And yeah, so you get this here. This was the original. You open this one up. Boom, what you get is the director's cut of Spawn #1, which is cool. Like, this is actually something that inspires me a lot. These are his actual artist scans of his pages of what he had done when he worked on it. And then of course the cover, and you get a commentary about everything in the book here. Literally he goes through page by page here. So this is certainly very cool, but I wish that they did remaster the action figure one. The main reason being that they already released the director's cut. This right here is the Spawn director's cut. This came out a couple years ago, maybe, I don't even remember, but yeah, this is the exact same interior as the other one. I even checked like the text and everything. I'm looking for a yes of 2017 was when they released this. So it's good if you missed when this came out. But if you missed the Kickstarter and said, oh man, I can't get the director's cut, you can find this one here. So, but yeah, if you'll look here, and then of course this is different paper quality. This is like a thick glossy paper in the Kickstarter. But then they just changed the header here. See? So that's the only difference in these two interiors of the book. One says Kickstarter edition, one says 20th anniversary edition, and everything else is 100% identical. And then it talks about the promotional art as well in the back. And then here's the nice little certificate as well, which I'm not sure if this is his actual signature. I don't think it is. You could pay another $50 and there was like a plaque that he signed, but it still looks pretty close to the signature. I already have it, so I wasn't trying to pay another $50 for it. I got to meet him quite a few years ago, so didn't feel the need to buy a signature. Yeah, so this shows like the promotional page in the back, the ad for the book when it's coming out, and then this little bonus pin-up. And then this is the back with the Kickstarter here. See, so that gives you the full rundown of everything. It's gonna do it for now. As always, comment down below. Let me know what you liked about this video. If you're gonna maybe back the next Kickstarter, or you're gonna try to hunt this one down on eBay. Just any other thoughts that you have, just let me know down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, you all have a super slumber. Thanks.